Welcome to my Precision Manuals Flight Simulator 747-400X takeoff tutorial. Don't let this seemingly complex cockpit scare you. It's really not that difficult to fly. Well, not harder than any other airplane, really. Let's move over to the runway and I'll show you how to take off. First, let's get the flight yoke out of the way. Now let's zoom in on the flight management computer after we've moved the flaps down to takeoff setting. The flight management computer is really the brain of the airplane. So we're not going to set the route, because we're really not going anywhere, just taking off. We're going to confirm the weight, put in the reserve fuel setting, the cost index, and the cruising altitude. You don't really have to do this, but all this is really just to fool the computer into thinking we're taking off in order to get some V-speeds, which is a calculation of how fast we should be going before we can take off, which is based on how heavy the airplane is. Next, we turn on the traffic alert system, so we see if there are any airplanes ahead of us, so we don't crash into them. And let's just turn on the lights just for the hell of it. Now that the lights are on, we're going to make sure that everything is set properly on the overhead, no yellow lights. Turn on the flight director to activate the autopilot. Well, generally, the autopilot isn't controlling the airplane yet, it's just guiding us. Set the speed. Make sure the runway is clear. Make sure the parking brake isn't set. Turn on the passenger seatbelt sign, and off we go. Use the rudder to stay on the runway center line. You press Ctrl Y to activate the yoke, so we now control the airplane with the mouse. And next we're going to monitor our V-speeds.
80 knots.
V1 is the speed that once we pass, we have to take off. And VR, or rotate, is the speed at which we pull the nose up.
V1.
Here it comes.
Rotate.
And now we pull the nose up. Not too much. We'll strike the tail on the runway. And there, we're airborne. Gear up. And slowly raise the flaps according to the flap indicator on the airspeed strip, the flight display right in front of us. And from here on, it's just make sure the airplane is flying straight and level. If you want to go anywhere, go wherever you want. Turn on the autopilot, just so we can now relax and look out the window and see where we're going. It's really not that difficult to take off. If you really want to dive into all of this airplane, you can do. Good luck.